Hi everybody and welcome back to my show. My name is Ann, otherwise known as the Crypto Mom. Okay, well let's do the disclaimers first. Number one, I am not a financial advisor and this is never financial advice. Number two, I'm just a mom and I am not even your mom. So happy Sunday everybody. I just wanted to make this quick video to talk about something I was thinking about called simple indicators. But first, if you guys haven't checked it out already, I made a video called What Are These Coins? Because again, I think it's important to know what you're putting your money into. And also, I think right now, especially now, since we're 50% down from our all-time highs, it's a good time to study things and to try to familiarize yourself with the market and, different indicators you want to look at and just how and what to invest in. Not exactly the what, but what you need to look for before you figure that out. The beautiful thing today, though, is that we are up quite a bit. I'm not really sure why that is at the moment. I mean, it could just be the market and Bitcoin, doing its thing, or there might be some news that had just came out, but it's interesting to me because we've kind of been floating around underneath $33,000, even capitulating down, in the last couple of weeks down to just under $29,000, but we've had some pretty good bounces up. But unfortunately, right now, Bitcoin is the one coin that rules everything. So based on Bitcoin and how it's trading, I just thought that, we could create some indicators. So going back to CoinGecko, my favorite place to find information for the day, I created this little chart. It is my simple indicators. And the reason why is that I really believe that you have to be true to yourself. You can't just go around listening to any old YouTuber, even me, to tell you what to do. So I think what you need to do is develop a plan and figure out for yourself what principles or what indicators do you like to look at. Do you like to look at the fear and greed index to see where we are for the day before you buy or sell, or where we are for the week? Is the 50-day moving average a good thing for you to look at? And, usually it is, because we want to see, what the 50-day was and where we are now. Another indicator that you may use is the 24-hour high. The RSI is the Relative Strength Index, and that is something that, kind of talks about strength in the market, whether something is overvalued or undervalued. And then we have the market volume, which is the total market volume. And the reason why market volume is so important is that it shows you how much money is coming in and out of the market. I mean, we saw billions of dollars of, volume, and this is in the billions. It was well over 100 billion plus during, all that exuberance we experienced when we were at our all-time high. But now market volume has dropped quite a bit. So let's go back to how I got these and what these indicators mean to me. Okay, so where I went to was CoinGecko, and let me go back to this, which is the Fear and Greed Index. And in the Fear and Greed Index for the last 24 hours, it tells you we're at a 22. And as you notice, we have not been in a very good place for, the last few weeks, because there's been a lot of fear in the market. There's also been a lot of FUD, or fear, uncertainty, and doubt from, China kicking out their Bitcoin miners. I just saw something about Binance, going down because, it got kicked out of the UK. And, also I saw an article that Binance has been operating illegally in Japan. And you can look all that information up yourself. But, again, I'm just looking at the Fear and Greed Index as one of my simple indicators. So for today, it's 22. And say for my baseline, these numbers that I just kind of average out of, the baseline, if I put it in here, is 22. I'm sorry, today's Fear and Greed Index is 22, and my baseline is 25. So that flips to green and to buy for me. But again, that's only, for myself, and you can come up with your own indicators. The 50-day moving average, and I'll show you guys where I got that. Actually, this is the website I got that from, and I just opened it up here. This shows me that this is really easy, so I don't have to figure it out myself. This is the 50-day moving average, which is, just around $43,000. Let's call it $44,000 for sake of argument. So if I just put in $44,000, then, and today we're trading at, and we just saw that right at this moment, we are trading at 34,000. Wow, and it went up a little bit more. Let's, again, for sake of argument, say 35,000. So $35,000. So that's another signal to buy. But again, if we were trading at 50,000 and my baseline, so it says to do nothing. So I shouldn't buy according to this one principle or indicator that I go by. But right now we're at $34,000. Okay, so the 24-hour high, which if you go back, you see the URL, but just to make this easier on everybody, for Bitcoin, the 24-hour high was here at 34,000, well, within the last 24 hours, which is including now, is, let's say, about $35,000. So we'll put in, and we already have $35,000. But the baseline lately has been 33,000. It's been, again, you got to look at the big point of view, and some people look at by minute or by hour, and I just kind of like to look things within the weekly and the monthly time frame. The relative strength index, and if you open a free account on tradingview.com, you can play around with these charting tools and make your own chart up. And so I did this, and I put in, if you press this button, you can see, if you search RSI, you can put in a relative strength indicator. And for me, I like to look at cryptocurrency, again, in the weekly or monthly time frame. And it's a little bit easier to see here in the last 5 days. I mean, look at this. We're going up. But like back just a few days ago on the 21st, within the week or so, we capitulated all the way down, which means we took a dive all the way down here under like around $28,000. So from there, we went all the way up. And remember, I kind of talked about this in other videos. These are volume candles at the bottom. And look at all that volume that came in to bring us back up. That means that money came into the market when money down here, dropped out of the market. And what they're saying is that it's retail investors, like little guys, that came in maybe at the high and were selling off, over here because of fear. But it's the big institutions, like the smart money, they call it, companies like MicroStrategies, Pantera, big crypto-believing companies that want to accumulate. And right now, they're even talking about something called the Wyckoff chart, which, if you look at the Wyckoff chart, a lot of people are saying we are in the accumulation phase right now. Or, what other people are saying, which is fair enough, is that we are in a bit of a bearish trend. Are we in a bear market? I mean, I guess you could say that, but, is it long-term, short-term? Is it going to last for 6 months to a year? Nobody really knows that. But we have gained a lot of support around the $32,000 mark. But look, we jumped up a couple $1,000s for whatever reason right at this moment. So this chart with the relative strength indicator means right now we jumped all the way down from, very, very, very undervalued or oversold. I always get that confused, overbought and oversold. I think overbought is when we're overvalued, and oversold means that we're undervalued. But we were down here quite a bit, and now we're going back up. But they say that anything over 80 means that we are oversold, which means that we're undervalued. So if I go back to here, and I put in, let's say, the relative strength indicator, about 72, for sake of argument, as of right now, I put in 72, then that tells me to do nothing. So just for the 5 indicators that I'm looking at, 3 out of the 5 say to do nothing. But, depending on what your baseline is and what numbers you want to plug in. Oh, let me get the market volume in here. The market volume right now, if I go right back to this, and the overall market volume is $102 billion. And again, I just put $93 billion, but right now the market volume is $102 billion, which means that money is coming in. That is a buy. So now this has changed that 3 out of 5 of my own indicators personally are telling me to buy. So if I have $1,000 and I want to dollar cost average in, or DCA, then I can take that and I can say, okay, well, out of my $1,000, I want to say that I want to, let's see, create a sum, and that I want this 1,000 to be, let's say, I want to buy 20% of that. See if I look at this. Then I want to buy $200 of that 1,000 if I choose to buy right at this moment. But remember, you want to dollar cost average in. You don't want to, you don't want to, go into here and then decide that, oh, Bitcoin is up. But really, we've been 50% down from our all-time highs, and we are actually still down from the 50-day moving average. So anyway, if you like the content of this video and you like the information that I'm giving you, then please leave me a like and please subscribe to my channel. Also, if you click that, tap that activation bell, you can see when I put out a video. Anyway, happy Sunday, you guys. These are just some of my thoughts that I want to try to make so that you, or try to give you, so that you can make better choices like any good mom would do. So happy Sunday. Have a great rest of your day. I hope you're enjoying your Sunday. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.